All right, welcome back to the fifth episode of our Conquer Fitness Q&A, where we answer all your questions: fitness, lifestyle, diet, nutrition, and how to get back into the best shapes of our lives. Guys, I'm Ryan Palmberg. I'm the owner of Conquer Fitness Personal Training here right out of Enfield, Connecticut. And thank you for all of your support. I'm going to jump right into it. We got three excellent questions from our viewers. All right, I'm going to jump right into it. Our first question comes to us from Rosie, and the question is it okay to not eat before a morning workout, right? This is a very individualized question, and I would begin answering this question by asking you a few questions, right? How are we feeling entering the workout, right? Do we have enough energy? Do we feel awake? How do you feel halfway through and towards the end of the workout? Are we starting to fade early in the workout? Are we noticing ourselves getting a little queasy or a little nauseous? Do we find ourselves getting a little bit of some cold sweats going on? These are all little biofeedback indicators to let us know that we probably need some nutrition before the workout, right? If you feel fine entering the workout and you feel great at the end of the workout, then everything else is good, right? My opinion on how to prepare ourselves for morning workouts if we don't have enough time or if it's too early to eat in the morning is to allow for our last meal of the day to be a little bit larger, right? So before you go to bed, maybe we have a higher protein meal with some higher carbohydrates and a little bit of fat in that as well, right? The fat is going to allow our body to metabolize that meal a little bit slower and attempt to keep some glycogen or stored energy within the body available for use immediately a little bit better in the morning time. So that's just kind of like a little hack to get around it and the best way to set us up for success for our early morning workouts, right? All right, our next question: what time to stop eating before we go to bed? For me, the best answer to the question of what time to stop eating before we go to bed is going to revolve around two major components, and that's going to be meal timing and how to best prioritize our sleep, right? So this is one of those questions that really kind of bugs me. I see it a lot online. I see it a lot of my clients come to me and tell me, hey, I stopped eating at 5 p.m. or I stopped eating at 6 p.m., right? I don't think there's an actual hard stop time on what time is best for us to stop eating. Again, I think it's going to revolve around when's the last time we had a meal and what time are we going to bed, right? So we don't want to start compounding meals. We don't want to eat meals back to back or within like 30 minutes or 45 minutes of each other. That's going to create a backup on our insulin and our blood sugar levels, right? So we're actually going to start increasing our blood sugar. So our natural resting blood sugar should be somewhere between like 80 to 90, right? We want it below 100. If we start eating meals back to back and we don't allow our body enough time to properly digest, those blood sugar numbers are going to start creeping up, right? And that's a lot of the reasons why some people end up getting diabetes early in life. The second reason, right, we want to prioritize our sleep. So my best tip for this is to eat no later than an hour prior to going to bed, right? We want to be able to have our body have a minute to digest that food and allow us to have sleep that's unbroken throughout the night. We don't want to be kept up or have broken sleep because our body is in the middle of trying to digest and our stomach is trying to get that food to move through us. So best tip is to eat about an hour before we go to bed and leave some time in between those two meals. Our last question: what is best lifting split to regain our strength, right? Okay, so if you've been out of the gym for a little bit of time, I would say the best routine to get back into lifting would be a full body routine, right? We want to stay away from like the bodybuilding type movements where we're being super isolated per muscle group because it's been a little bit for us. We're going to be hypersensitive to being sore. So the best way to get back into it is just to create a full body split, allow ourselves to kind of recreate that base of strength again, allow our body to get conditioned to muscle soreness and protein synthesis and allowing ourselves to recover properly. Once we start recovering a little better, then we can start being a little more specific in our approach to our training. Maybe we want to throw in some isolation movements, or maybe we want to throw in some like hardcore strength training programs. But to get back into it first, I would say let's re-enter the gym, re-enter our strength training programs with some full body movements. That's going to allow for us to recover properly. We're spreading out the soreness throughout the entire body, so we'll still be able to move, and we will be on the road back to regaining our full strength in no time at all. All right, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in to this week's questions. If you see the questions on Tuesday on Instagram and Facebook, make sure to drop one. We're going to answer all your questions: fitness, lifestyle, diet, nutrition, and how to get back into the best shapes of our lives.